Now, in Sidemen Reacts, we've seen them look at some spooky, scary, haunted places. Now, this one's a little different, because it's not just a certain place, it's 12 most dangerous islands. Which, if you think about it, islands should normally, in my mind, when I think of an island, I think of a tropical island, so I feel like it shouldn't be dangerous. But apparently there are some dangerous islands out there. So let's see these 12 dangerous islands, alright? Because I've literally no idea any of them. So let's go.
Bro, it's a fucking shitty rock!
What do you mean?
Bird poo.
Today we are going to be learning all about the 12 most dangerous islands that you never want to visit.
Oh,
but I don't know,
never
I feel like
want to visit.
You know, I feel like Harry's a bit of a daredevil. He might want to visit one of them.
Oh.
So we'll see.
Ah, man, I'm down.
Technically, the United Kingdom's a very dangerous island to visit.
What do you mean?
It is actually
Right now.
the most dangerous island that you could visit in the world
Right now, we're on one of the most dangerous.
Really? What do you want to? Wait, I'm confused.
Let's see if we made it. I doubt
Wait,
we did.
why?
You cry. That's
I'm confused. Wait, why?
I'll cry later.
12 most dangerous islands you never want to visit.
Jeez.
Dumb.
I mean, it says never want to visit.
Number 12.
Farallon Islands.
Huh.
20 miles west of San Francisco,
Oh.
sits a series of islands that are so jagged, they have earned the moniker, the Devil's Teeth. But this may no longer be a name based only in appearance. Because of the island's potential dangers, humans have been banned from stepping foot on the islands.
What?
The
What's
waters
dangerous
around
about
the
it?
islands are still a popular destination for whale watchers. And because humans can no longer interfere, the Farallons have become home to one of the largest seabird colonies in the United
Oh,
States.
wow.
Okay.
Although you can still catch intrepid skin divers
thought there was an eagle
sneaking
there.
on.
Yeah, there was.
The government adamantly warns anyone that they do so at their own risk.
Jeez.
While you might be able to avoid the dozens
Oh.
of great white sharks that roam the area, feeding off the Farallon's large population of elephant seals,
Okay.
the real danger is one you won't be able to punch in the nose.
Tides, right?
Throughout the middle of the 20th
Oh, wait, what?
century,
Oh,
they used
no.
Tides.
radioactive materials.
No, it's
There are almost
Nuclear
50,000 drums
radiation.
full of nuclear waste throughout the area.
Oh,
And with
jeez.
numbers that high, leaks are an inevitable certainty.
There's
Yeah.
like 3-eyed fish in there, bro. 100.
Oh, I wouldn't
the
doubt
fish
it.
coming off that island, or the birds must be like mutated and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, like.
It's dodgy creatures.
West of the African island of Madagascar, in the Indian Ocean, sits Reunion Island,
This looks
a
beautiful.
small yet busy
Yeah.
island that is covered by rainforests, rivers, and breathtaking waterfalls. Though it is over 5,500
Making me wanna
miles
go there
away
now.
from France, the island is still governed by French law. And
Oh.
because it is less of a hassle than traveling to island destinations where passports may be required, it has become a popular vacation destination for French citizens.
Okay.
Because of this, the island is one of the most modern islands in terms of sanitation and transportation.
Well, I want to go
It
there.
can
What?
be easy to get carried
Yeah.
away daydreaming about visiting Reunion
Yeah.
because of its beautiful villages
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
relative isolation from the outside world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Tourists
far.
must be prepared for the terrifying realities of this pristine locale.
Oh, what?
First off,
I was just
it is
saying.
home to
Oh.
one of the most
Volcano.
active
Oh,
volcanoes in
jeez.
all the world,
Okay.
which was a popular hiking destination for tourists until it was deemed too dangerous to traverse.
Jeez.
I'll take the risk.
Okay,
I'll
of
take
course
the
you
risk.
would, Harry. Of
Alright,
course you
Add
would.
spice to your hike.
Because I'm in
Half a million likes on this pod goes up a volcano.
The next Sidemen bad holiday is just to a volcano.
Oh my
$10
god.
volcano versus.
Dormant volcano versus active volcano.
Oh my god.
God.
You
Don't want to go the
guys.
active volcano.
One of the leading islands in terms of annual rainfall in the entire world,
Well, just rain
and
away
is
the
often
lava,
the
it's
victim of
fine.
I
violent
knew you were
tropical
going to say
cyclones. Lastly, Reunion is known for having one of the largest and most vicious populations of sharks encircling it. The shark attacks have become so bad that the French government has forbidden surfing around the island.
Jeez.
Despite this, there are still around half a dozen people who meet their demise every year from shark attacks.
Jeez.
Number 10.
Danger Island.
Where did she come from? Wait,
I mean,
what?
it's in the name.
Yeah, if there's
Yeah.
one island you're not going to visit, it's Danger Island, surely.
Yeah, absolutely.
South of Maldives, in the western part of the Indian Ocean, lies the Chagos Archipelago, a series of coral islands long inhabited by the Chagos people. One of the smallest of these atolls is Danger Island, which is full of coconut trees that used to
That's
act as
lovely.
reserve by the Chagos. In the event food supplies ran short, the island is full of wildlife. Most significantly, it is the home of two rare birds with fun names to say: brown noddies, and red-footed boobies.
Oh, the red-footed boobies! We're all children here.
Sit on the booby comment for a second.
Oh my god.
Let it marinate. Alright, let's go.
Let boobies marinate.
Seafarers found the coral reef and
Oh,
rocky
not a
shores that
turtle.
surrounded it
Oh, God.
too treacherous to anchor their ships. Even with modern transportation, the island is incredibly difficult to get to and navigate without risking damage. If you were to end up grounded or wrecked
no.
on your danger island, you would find yourself utterly isolated from the world and would be
Jeez.
especially in trouble if you were allergic to coconuts.
I'll just phone someone, send a text.
Number 9.
Tristan da Cunha, almost 1,800 miles of South Africa, is the British territory.
British territory.
British territory, come on. Rule
Come on.
Britannia. Britannia rules the way.
Visiting this grassy circle-shaped island that measures only 8 miles across can be incredibly daunting, as the only way to reach it is by traveling 7 days by boat.
7 days.
Jesus!
It once had the distinction of being the most isolated, yet still inhabited place on Earth.
That's sick.
That was until the volcano that formed the island
Oh,
had
it's
enough of
ruined
being
it,
a
innit?
host to humans and erupted in 1961,
Jeez.
causing widespread devastation.
That's not
Luckily, because there were only a few inhabitants to begin with on Tristan da Cunha, the British were able to successfully relocate everyone to England before
Oh, wow.
they'd be wiped out.
Oh.
Slowly, people have returned. The island is now home to 270 locals who live life off the grid and farm to make ends meet, all the while trying to forget that the volcano may evict them at a moment's notice.
See, that's kind of
That's
sick, you know?
crazy.
Like a little community, just like...
Sidemen buy the island. Let's buy a volcano.
I don't think you'd be able to buy it.
I don't think you
Like,
can.
The British own it. It's a British.
Yeah.
Boz. Bozza.
Bother.
Get us out of here.
A helicopter would make it.
A helicopter
mate.
would make it,
So
bro.
far.
It's so far in the middle of the... Is that
Ah.
it? St. Helena and Tristan... Bro, it's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's like that's
Jesus.
scarily far.
So what's the point in owning that then? Can we not auction it off or something to the British people? What good
What
is
the
it? What good is it if we
hell?
own a volcano? Sick.
It's a world record, isn't it? Most remote island.
I'm
Yeah.
a cool person, though.
It's cool, but let someone else have it. No good for us.
Number 8.
Bikini Atoll.
That's
What?
lucky.
Marshall Islands are a series of atolls and islands that lie east of Guam,
Oh, Pia Mia's from Guam. That's the only thing I know about Guam.
in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. The most famous of these islands is that of Bikini Atoll, which, although small, helped shape history, along the way becoming synonymous with the two-piece bathing suit and the atomic bomb.
Oh,
What was
Huh?
once a beautiful tropical locale is now a radioactive wasteland.
What?
no.
As Bikini Atoll was one of
that
the main
game?
sites at which the
Yeah,
United
that was
States
fun.
military tested nuclear weapons.
Oh.
Though the island had a small indigenous population,
Oh
they were all
no.
relocated to a nearby island
That's right.
in 1946, before testing commenced. The
Oh,
island
that's
has
good. At
remained
least
abandoned
okay.
to this day, aside from researchers studying the effects of radioactivity.
Number 7.
Mad.
Hashima Island.
Okay, what's happened
If you
here?
head out to sea, traveling west from Nagasaki, Japan, you will come across what appears to be a floating fortress. This is the island of
Oh, that's
Hashima,
hide and seek there, boys.
known by the nickname
Yeah.
Airship Island.
That looks
Hashima
dope.
was once one of the main sources of fuel for the Japanese military during World War II. The island was home to a coal mine, and because of the sheer amount of workers, the majority of which being Korean and Chinese POWs and enslaved civilians,
Oh, no.
it was at one point the most densely populated place on Earth.
Oh, God.
However, a few years after the war, the Japanese eschewed coal for oil, and the mine was abandoned.
Okay.
Because there is no one to manage the giant housing buildings and other complexes,
That'd be
they have
sick to
fallen
go
into
there.
severe
Look at that.
disrepair, and nature is slowly taking back the island.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
has made the island extremely dangerous to traverse.
Oh, okay.
Looks like The Last of Us. You remember Last of
Yeah.
Us?
Yeah.
Like the city's getting all grown up and
Yeah.
stuff. That's what it looks like. It reminds me of Last of Us.
Oh my god, yes it does.
Island.
Bear Island. Okay.
Bear.
Between the
Has
Arctic
Bear
Island and
Grylls been
Oh,
there?
Svalbard. I know this place. I watched the Tom Scott video on it.
Oh,
Svalbard.
nice.
It's a banger. You have to take you have to have like you have to take a gun with you because otherwise the bears are gonna get you.
Oh, really?
And mainland Norway lies Bear Island.
Huh.
The island,
Well, hence Bear
with just over
Island.
110 square miles, was once considered a vital position for naval reconnaissance, but now only hosts little more than a weather station
That
and a
is
few
cool.
abandoned houses.
Huh.
The entire island has been declared a nature reserve by the Norwegian government, but
Okay.
there really isn't much nature to find, as it is largely devoid of plant and animal life, aside from
Ah.
moss, seabirds, and fish. It is believed that much of this is due to toxic contaminants that have found their way to the island
Well, maybe it's not this
via
place then,
air
because there's no
currents
bears there.
that waft pollution from industrial
Why is it called
countries
Bear
like
Island?
the
Yeah,
United
I
States
don't
and
know.
Yeah.
which border the Atlantic.
Well, bears can
But the
probably
true
live off
danger
the
of
fish,
Bear Island
so-
comes from another form of pollution.
Here we go.
In 1989, a Soviet nuclear submarine crashed just south of the island, resulting in much of the water surrounding the island having been possibly contaminated with radioactive waste.
Oh.
Then, in 2009, a Russian transport carrying upwards of 15,000 gallons of oil rammed into the island,
Oh,
becoming
right.
Ooh.
much of the oil leaked into the sea,
Yeah.
causing large
Ooh.
numbers of the island's
You
seabird
silly gooses.
population to perish,
Ruined it
and
for everyone.
only adding to the man-made
Ruining it.
destruction haunting the island.
Really?
Pollution, combined with the desert-like terrain which averages nearly 0 inches of rainfall a year, and the
Jeez.
steep, sharp cliffs that make up Bear Island, makes this one place you can cross off your list of potential vacation destinations.
Well, that's no fun.
I want to know where the place you're talking about is.
That
Yeah.
one called Bear Island if there's no bear.
Isn't it? Well, is it because it's bear oil?
Ooh.
Number 5.
Saba.
Saba.
If you are willing
It's
to
the
brave the
lava
rocky
dude.
but short
Saba.
12-minute
Saba.
plane ride from St. Martin to Saba,
Oh, wow.
the smallest island in the Dutch Antilles, you will be graced with a view like none other.
That's
a
sick.
place that looks
It's a
trapped in the
volcano.
ancient past. Upon arrival, you will find a village nestled upon a volcano.
Oh.
It's full of vibrant atmosphere
These lot are brave.
with live music, family-owned restaurants featuring fresh-caught cuisine,
But that's sick.
They're all
outdoor activities
Hannibals.
like scuba diving and hiking. But all this comes at a cost. One might say that the locals have become such experts at having a good time because they know at any moment it could all be destroyed. Tourists have been known to call it the unspoiled queen of the Caribbean.
Wait, so they're
but
actually
it can
living
be more
each day like
accurately
it's their
described
last,
as
Yeah, I rate that, you
Hurricane
know.
Island.
That's sick.
Because of its location right in the Atlantic's Hurricane Alley, the
wait.
island has been noted for being hit by the most hurricanes of any island on Earth.
Jeez.
Despite the constant attacks that Mother Nature brings down upon Saba, its people still find a way to survive and rebuild time and time again.
Wow.
Number 4.
Rockall.
Oh, it's close
The
to home.
tiny 80-foot
Oh.
wide
Oh.
island
Come on.
of Rockall,
Sidemen video.
which
Number
lies
four.
nearly
Sidemen
50
video.
miles off of Scotland's
Sidemen
western
visit
shore,
most dangerous islands.
has such an imposing presence
But I'm
that it has
down.
made its way into Irish and Scottish
It's a
culture,
rock, bro.
It's a
as
rock.
well as
It's a
popular
rock.
culture through
It's
music,
a rock.
books, and
Yeah, it's a
television.
rock.
People have long been
Sidemen
entranced
spend
with
24
simply
hours
yet
on a
powerful
rock.
structure, with some
It's not just a.
going as
Oh
far to
no,
name it
that's
the
not gonna
location
work. Dang it.
What?
I was gonna do the SpongeBob
It's a
quote.
fucking shitty rock.
It's not just a boulder, it's a
Yeah, man,
rock.
that's the apocalypse
That's
What are
right
you
weird.
on
there.
about?
It's not an island, it's a rock.
It's a
Is it
rock.
like loads of ships have crashed into it or something? Like, what?
I don't know.
It's essentially a large granite rock
Yeah.
sticking out of the ocean, the remnants of an extinct volcano.
What?
Because of its steep incline on all sides, there is really only one place for a person to stand: the peak, which you can only get to if you are a skilled rock climber. And even if you are, it isn't recommended that you try climbing the relatively short summit of 65 feet, as the island is smack dab in the part of the ocean which boasts waves reaching upwards of 100 feet.
Oh.
Despite there being
Okay.
no natural value to
Those
the island,
penguins.
other than its looks.
What?
Are those penguins? What are you talking
Where are
about?
you seeing that?
Top.
No.
I don't
no.
think that.
No, those are not
They're
penguins.
I think. I think they're puffins.
Ah,
It's
okay.
just off Scotland.
Yeah, but they're
I was
puffins,
like,
they're puffins, right?
Vic.
Penguins, I was more
Penguins.
saying.
Ain't no penguin making it up that steep cliff if you need to be an expert rock climber, Vic.
USSR, and being used to house a missile silo. Britain's claim to the island also has
How
the
are you gonna hide
historical
a missile
distinction
on a rock?
of being their last modern-day territorial acquisition.
I don't know.
Oh, nice.
Number 3.
Grunard Island.
Okay, we
Oh,
can go here.
oh,
Alright, here we
we're
go.
getting closer.
Scotland's treacherous isles. But it owes its place on our list for a man-made danger.
Better
This
be another
hauntingly
rock.
bleak-looking island.
It doesn't look like it's a rock,
Extreme biological
okay?
weapons testing
Oh,
of the
God,
20th
well, we can't go
century.
here either.
The British Army peppered and doused the islands hundreds of times with weapons like chlorine gas and
Oh.
anthrax. The
Why?
anthrax in
Anthrax.
had a permanent effect on Grunard, as it soured the soil and decimated the entire indigenous animal population.
Oh.
The island remains a wasteland, and only sanctioned government researchers are allowed to visit it. And they
Jeez.
must wear hazmat suits
Oh,
from the
okay.
moment they step on the island
Okay.
until they
You can hide
leave.
and seek in that.
Any attempt by non-military personnel to land on the island is strictly prohibited. And even if it wasn't, you probably shouldn't go there anyway, as you wouldn't survive very long.
Oh.
Number 2.
Miyake-jima,
Okay, I'm
the
I'm
Izu
all
Island
ears.
chain that juts from Japan's southeastern coast, is made up of a string of volcanoes,
Oh, no.
all of which
no.
are currently active. In
Oh,
the last
no.
century alone, nearly
No, no, no,
200
no,
people
no,
have
no.
perished due to major eruptions.
Oh wow.
The most major of these was in 2000.
I'd love to see a volcanic eruption in real life, you know. That's one thing, like, imagine that.
Bucket list. You know the thing in, where is it? In Iceland and stuff. They're like friendly volcanoes, the ones that spurt water.
Geysers. Or
Geysers, yeah.
Geysers?
Guys,
I mean,
geysers.
I was like,
They're like friendly
Jesus.
volcanoes. Well, yeah, it's a lot safer than spurting the
Yeah,
ocean.
but I don't know if you can even class them as volcanoes.
No, it's a friendly version.
Oh my god.
Wasn't there one in Iceland that did erupt?
There was one recently. There was
Didn't
one
it
like...
ground
Oh, the
all
one
the
that stopped
flights?
flights. Yeah, the one that stopped all the flights. Yeah.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
dust all over the gaff.
That's the technical term.
Just
Scientific.
the whole gap.
2010.
Welcome to Ethan's science lesson.
Yup.
When volcanoes erupt, it gets dragged in the wind and there's dust all over the gaff.
Yeah, it was 2010. We had a school trip that went there during that time.
Oh shit.
You had a cool school. My school just took me to the fucking... just to the coast.
Balloons over several small villages, occupied by a few thousand people, spewed lava and lethal amounts of
Jeez.
sulfuric gas upon the island for 4 straight years.
Oh my god.
While some decided to pack up and move, a vast
Jeez.
majority of the population stayed.
Right
Up
now.
until 2005, much of the island was restricted, and the people of Miyakajima were forced to stay inside with their doors sealed, only traveling outside in their gas masks if absolutely
Jeez.
necessary.
Oh my.
It's like some apocalyptic
nowadays.
kind of shit. Like,
Me when I go to Sainsbury's.
And adapted to life next to this fiery giant by closely monitoring the gas levels and keeping gas masks handy in case the levels become excessive.
Here we go. Number one.
Number one.
number one.
Ramri Island. Just off the coast of Myanmar, in the Indian Ocean, is Ramri Island. At a distance, the island looks like the perfect place for a relaxing vacation. But if you were to travel inland, you'd most likely have an experience akin to a Jurassic nightmare.
Oh.
And probably end up in the belly of one of the world's oldest surviving species.
What?
What?
Ramri is unique because it is home to the largest consolidated basque of saltwater
Oh.
crocodiles. In
Oh.
World War II, after being defeated by the British in a battle on the island, the Japanese army retreated through Ramri's swamplands, and over 400 soldiers were gobbled up by the nasty.
Oh my
Oh
god,
my
bro.
gosh.
Look at the size of that guy.
Thick.
That's a unit.
Bro.
Thick
That's
crocodile, bro.
thick
You
with
can
3
eat it.
C's.
The fact they can fit an entire human in their body is crazy, you know.
In the form of these 2,000-pound reptiles, remains the event with the largest loss of human life due to animals.
Jesus.
Jeez.
If you had to choose one of these islands for your next vacation, which one would you choose?
I don't even know,
The
bruh.
fucking rock.
The Rock.
fucking
The
Rock.
Rock.
The Rock of
Tent just on
Scotland.
top of a
Yup.
Get me over to the rock, mate.
Ah, screw it, I'll go with Ethan to the Rock. That way I can hug him and be like, it's not just a rock, it's a boulder. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. The quote doesn't seem right now, but take it. But yeah, is there one that you guys like? It's saying, I mean, technically, you shouldn't go to these places, but if you were allowed to go to one of these places, which ones would you choose? I think. Which one was it? Oh hell. I think it's the one like where it's a dormant well not dormant but the hurricane one, the one that has like gets hit by a lot of hurricanes. That one, because it's a dormant volcano. It looks really cool, terrifying, but it looks really cool, and like the people are really cool there. Like, you know, I think it'd be like really like just kind of fresh air kind of thing. I don't know. But yeah, let me know which one you guys would choose in the comments down below, and I will see all you beautiful, wonderful people in my next video. Alright, bye.